celebrating yet once again, but we want to get your live reaction to Spain taking the World Cup title. Your native land.
Yeah, just incredible. I mean, just to be able to win the World Cup. We started the World Cup like not being very good, I would say. And just to win another World Cup for the country is incredible. You've seen the images, I guess, from Spain, going a bit crazy, I guess. But yeah, just incredible for the country in general.
We're feeling that energy here, right here in the heart of Nashville. It's changing a little bit today. Obviously, a very fluid situation that we're dealing with today. But the lights came on, and we were just talking about racing under the lights and how special that is for IndyCar as well. How exciting is it going to be for these fans?
Very exciting. I mean, it's a shame that we have to be now on TV instead of just being around in circles, because honestly, I think there's a great show coming up here. But I think this is going to be actually a good opportunity for IndyCar to race under the lights. I think the show itself, it looks better when you can see the sparks from the cars. We can get closer. We can get like side by side a lot easier just because of the temperature and stuff. So hopefully it's a great show. Hopefully we can go back on track very soon. But we're excited. I'm ready to go.
Alex Palou, for those just joining in, he's a four-time NTT IndyCar Series champion. He's won 4 races already this season in the Hunt Championship points leader. Nashville is tricky. How can you plan to keep that points lead, extend it, get those checker flags first today?
It's tough. It's always tough here. Like, we have a great race car. We're starting P4, but it's all about just being able to get a good race car in traffic. Very long race, 300 laps, 400 miles. Like, it's going to be tough. But hopefully we make it. Hopefully we can get our car better and better throughout the race, being able to overtake traffic and stuff and fight for the win.
How close quarters is it out there, especially here on the 1.3 mile?
The DHL livery looks really clean, not gonna lie. And I actually, there's a big debate on the dome and things and stuff. I like the dome. I think it looks cool, futuristic, like a fighter jet.
It's tough. It's very fun.
And it protects your face from a bird.
Yeah, as you said, inches. There's a big bump in 3 or 4, makes it very challenging for drivers just to be like controlling the car, to be comfortable there. But it's great for passing, and it's going to be a great show.
Little pebbles of rubber that are like solid chunks, inches at the end of the race, towards the middle of the race, like they're peeling tires. That's why they have to change tires over and over.
Yeah, the only bad thing
ripping to shreds.
Losing all the rubber from the track with the rain, right? Like, it's going to be a bit less grippy, but at the same time, it's going to be clean all around. Like, we're going to be able to go 2 or even 3 lanes side by side. So yeah, it's going to be hopefully very good. It's going to be challenging, as you said, just because of the differences in temperatures and how our car balance fell yesterday and how it's going to be today. But yeah, hopefully we're on the good side with the tanker.
I know that your team has been working hard on your car all weekend long, as they do every single weekend. Obviously already a 4-time winner this year. What would it mean to you and the team to get number 5 tonight?
It would be huge. It would be huge, honestly. I think we're very close here. Last year we were second. I think we're gonna have a lot of people challenging us because we've been struggling a little bit in traffic running. But we're gonna give everything. Like, it's been a tough weekend and a long weekend for everyone. But hopefully with this rain, it's gonna be perfect timing for us.
If you really want me to be bigger, let me know.
Spain already. We'll see if Alex Palou from Barcelona, Spain, can bring another one home today.
Absolutely, for sure. We'll try.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Alex. If anyone can, Alex Palou can. As he says, this is the longest race that we run outside of the Indianapolis 500. Townsend, it's also the fastest. Average speeds around this circuit in excess of 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, and Palou also mentioned the bumps, and I don't think you can make a big enough deal about that. Very challenging at 200 miles an hour to have the bumps that are on this concrete surface.
Yeah, they're literally going over bumps.
Smooth pavement here, concrete in those concrete
and
sections.
200 miles an hour, pretty much a majority of this entire race. I was talking about how intense NASCAR was earlier.
He's the fastest guy, he's the championship leader, but not this weekend.
I got even better this time. I got IndyCar going in circles.
No, he hasn't been on the podium.
And it's at Nashville. It's at the City of Music. I'm going to get put to my music thing. I've been working on this damn album. I'm so sorry, everyone. I've really been stressing myself out on it. I knew what album cover I wanted. I knew all the details. I knew what tracks. But then, like, I have to organize all of the files. I have to organize the information. I have to put it all together. It's been, and the album covers. I ended up splitting the album. It's too many songs. I got 17 tracks. So I'm releasing side A first, and then we'll get side B shortly after. And it is going to be released in a physical album set with side A and side B as 2 separate discs in one sleeve that comes golden sleeve with a red and a blue side, you know, for the throwback, and a little dedication to my mama and my grandma, and the yellows and the reds and the things and the stuff and the blues, the myself and the things. Life. It's been a pretty sick journey, and it's an album that I've been culminating for 10 years. So, Bucket List Living Volume 1 coming soon. Be aware.
If you could ask one question,
and the music is non-AI.
What would you ask?
Totally 100% non-AI.
Who will win today?
AI has been used in our collective in certain ways, shapes, and form. None of this was formed with AI.
Will there be peace
That's
this year?
fantastic. This is all hand-created even too.
Can we predict
but we
the
use
future?
lots of different technologies and try to
People who never stop
find the
asking
boundaries of art.
are the ones who
That's all
find
we
the
can do.
answers.
So yeah, several of my artists are very good at working with AI, and they try to utilize technology in the best way, shape, and form. Like this is utilizing technology as a streaming platform and stuff. Priceless. I get to connect with people around the world from wherever I'm at. That's crazy. This is how I started streaming.
This is Arby's cheese.
Started streaming and being an affiliate with Twitch 5 years ago, doing remote streams. I wanted to stream DJing. I wanted to do that live.
With your mouth full.
So why do you think I've gotten so good at having portability as like a main factor in everything that I do in life?
And that's just
I
the tip
travel,
of the electrical
I like to
iceberg.
move places, and
That's why Napa believes in
this
testing
is
the
part of
electrical
my
systems on every vehicle, from the battery to
I
the
am
alternator.
even having a bigger downsize for my portability soon, and a bigger upsize for my home use soon.
Catching problems before they become breakdowns.
Hopefully it happens
And
sooner
keeping
rather
every
than
vehicle
later.
and every
But
business moving full
we gotta
speed
do
ahead.
things in life, orders of operation, gotta stair steps.
Here's your basic
So it's
introduction.
taken me a long time
We have
to
18
get on this whole
races
music
over the
thing.
course of the season's
So
play.
Nashville has actually been
6
somewhere where I've been driving through lately and being
25
involved
full-time
more
drivers
with
from 10
music production and
different teams.
creation, and
A 2026 Indy
We
500
are-
winner Felix Rosen.
I like going fast,
Four-quarter
and
trophy,
you
and
know
you've
what?
already
There's
heard
no better
Alex
time
Palou,
like
the
today
defending series champion.
than to
And
get
for the
something
very
done.
first time, we will be
So the
racing
goal
on
is to,
Washington,
maybe by the
DC
end of this stream,
August
hopefully have
23rd.
all my files organized, all my stuff done. I transferred everything to this new computer. Everything should be local. Everything should be on here that I have. And if I need to download stuff, I need to find out what I need. But I need to set up
to you for us to
both
be
of
here
my,
and to see the
my
race later on
discs
tonight.
right
Well,
now.
bringing IndyCar back to Nashville was a dream come true for me.
Because there are going to be 2 releases on
And
Spotify
obviously, we started this
and
race
2
downtown.
releases on
And the
Apple
goal is to get
Music.
back downtown.
And
You know,
instead
the
of being
Titans
a
were
$10
building
album,
their new
we
stadium.
doing
needed to take a break, and we didn't
$7.99
wanna
at the
lose
gate
IndyCar,
there.
so we did everything we could to keep it coming to Nashville.
And then the
just to
backside,
see
it's
everybody
not quite as many
having a
tracks, so
delay. You know,
it will
see
be
the
even
fans having
cheaper.
So much fun. You know, we had Billy Bob
Monty
Thornton,
says
Mark
$5.99.
Conrad performing, and Dead Mouse.
I think that sounds about
And
right.
you know, the World Cup viewing parties were a huge hit. So it's a great day. And we love Nashville. We love to give back.
Nashville had
Everybody
Dead
who
Mouse
knows that I love racing.
open up.
Scott, you're not only in love with the sport, you're a racer
That's
yourself.
crazy.
You have a lot of experience. Tell us where that comes from. When did that start for you? What was that moment?
You know, I went to the very first California 500, and Al Unser had the Johnny Lightning car. Cool. To this day, there is a lightning bolt in the Scott Borchetta Racing logo. It jumped into me then, and it won't let go of me. So I raced quarter
hope
midgets,
I
then we
have
raced
changed
Legends cars. I won 3 NASCAR
my
Weekly Series
mobile
championships, 5 SBRA
Twitch
Group 6
thing,
championships,
because
and
I have
TA2
not
Masters
changed it.
championship. And so, yeah,
That's
I
not a humble brag.
It's impressive. So, you know, outside of music and racing, I'm probably not very interesting, but, you know, we could talk all day about that
It
stuff.
might be sent
Well,
to
let's talk a little bit
DJing.
more about it because I noticed a little bit of hardware on your hand there. That, of course, is the
happening?
Indy 500 winners ring. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we've had the good fortune of being on 3 winners. We were with the late Dan Weldon,
Okay, so
and with Dario, and then this is last year's winning ring for Alex Palou. So what Chip Ganassi did for this ring is it's the 500 in the championship ring. I don't know if Chip was cheaping us out or no, I'm kidding. It's like, hey, let's put them both on one ring. And with our Borchetta Bourbon last year, we honored Chip Ganassi for the 35th anniversary. And so we had one of Dario Franchi's Royal Top, and it led to this wonderful year that we had with them being on the car and Alex having such an amazing season. And part of the deal was, I don't know if you guys saw it earlier, but I was driving that 2006 Rolex 24 winner on track earlier today. So that was part of the deal I made with Chip. So this means so much to me, and for all of us who've experienced. And by the way, you guys are doing such a phenomenal job.
Oh, sure.
I have rewatched that ending to this year's Indy 500 on repeat. And what you guys are doing and Fox is doing, you're helping us return the sport to building stars. And so thank you as a fan. You guys are crushing it.
Well, thank you. And folks, I mean, this is the whole thing. The Indianapolis 500 earlier this year came down 2 inches at the end of a 500-mile race. This is a 399-mile race. It is never over until it is over. It is never over until they cross the line. Scott, I know how much you love this city. I know how much you love this sport. As you said, you're known for bourbon, you're known for racing, but you are so predominantly known for music. How much pride does it give you to have an event like this where you can bring together your love of racing and of music and see people enjoy both together?
Yeah, well, because all of our brands are entertainment brands, and this is the
trying to be productive. I run an art collective of artists, and we all do different things, and are musical or talented in some way, shape, or form. I also do paintings and such as well with a lot of other artists from around the world, different countries in North America, South America, Europe, all over Polynesia. So we all try to be productive in our own ways, and it's been cool to see how their journeys are, and now I help with them. Will I transmit all the ways?
Especially today, it's been extraordinary.
Bet you I will.
We're about to get going here in a little bit. You are friends with a lot of these drivers. You've got some insights into the psyche of the 25 men that are going to take to the track. Any predictions for later tonight?
I don't think that that's a problem because I have commentary going over the top, and I'm like actually reacting to the race as well. And like,
I don't know.
I've been racing a lot in my life, and I actually have driven Formula open wheel race cars throughout different countries. In Dubai, I hit the Autodrome with an open wheel. That was amazing.
Because it is so fast.
I've driven on the Nürburgring in Germany.
And then you've got the guys who are just
experience. Bucket list things, you know. That's our job in life. Live a bucket list life. And going to an IndyCar race is on my bucket list. And I would love to
and people ask me as a
participate
driver,
in any way, shape, or form.
I said, he's just
Sounds like
Dead
Dead Mouse opened for them. So if I could get a DJ set at an IndyCar race, you heard?
It's just that little bit when you're
all those little things in life, we forget about it. Those are proper venues, those are proper experiences, things beyond what a nightclub or like a little resident bar in your hometown. So you gotta find fun venues that really are different.
Bottle of bourbon sounds like a good prize for winning a race.
Much of a drinker, so might take you Dead Mouse on that one.
We'll take care of that.
All right.
I got to see him for Day of the Dead in Honolulu, in Oahu.
Finish. We have proof evident once again that it doesn't matter where you start, it's how you finish in IndyCar, and that anyone can win from anywhere. Felix Rosenqvist with a finish, with a victory for the ages, took the lead on the very last.
I was gonna type that that's my goal is to transmit the whole race, but I did not want to.
It's always a joy to be back in your company and
I don't
at
need
your
that
city.
evidence. I didn't say it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Scott. Why don't we take a look at the finish of the Indianapolis 500? Just a couple
watching
months
something
ago.
while working.
What a finish it was.
Actually, you know what? We can do that. Let me set up my workstation. Show a little bit of my process. I'm pretty transparent about making music and being artistic and how I work and function because I want my artists to also learn how to do what I do and be able to function their own creative lives in the process. Because that is, I keep forgetting. So I have an iPad that is wired into the MacBook, and so it's an extra display monitor, and it's just a touch screen monitor up here, which is pretty handy dandy.
Number one
actually,
prescribed
touch
Ingrezza
screens
reduced
as well.
TD movements by greater than 10 times.
But it does have a mouse, and
With
I
most
can
seeing a
actually
response
utilize
as
it as
early
an
as 2
extended
weeks.
monitor.
And you can keep taking most mental health
So
meds.
now,
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Ingrezza.
can't seem to drag that over. I don't think that's a problem, but
I was suddenly realized that I was no longer driving conscious, and I was in a different dimension. Just going.
Okay.
This can be a deadly disease. Every moment matters when it comes to your heart valve.
You can't presume that you know what's
I
going on.
just can't show you the face and the display mode until I've created it.
I just don't want to drop out.
Get checked out. Make sure that everything's working the way it should be.
Don't wait. Talk to your doctor about getting screened for heart valve failure.
Boom.
Well, what a 2026 season it has been already. The closest finish in Indy 500 history, 0.02 seconds over that yard of brick. 6 different winners. We had 7 the entirety of the 2025 season. Joseph Newgarden is still the man on oasis.
And best viewed on your TV.
2 wins out of the 3.
That's my excuse for being tiny.
What about Alex Palou? 6 poles, 4 wins.
View my stream on your TV.
This championship.
If you follow and subscribe, it makes it easier to follow on your
Down
TV.
there in the garage, but Georgia Hennebury is never killing time. She's always working, always on the move. Oh, actually, that's not bad.
Keep me as one of your
That's a
favorites.
pretty solid throw. But Georgia,
I like to
where
party.
are you and who have
We
you
do
found?
lots of different things
Well,
on
I'm
this
trying
channel.
to find where they are because we're in
As
the
a
garages
TV
right now,
racing.
and that looks pretty fun. Maybe after that, me and Will Power can go down and give it a try.
And I do
ourselves.
sim racing a lot to keep my chops up and make sure that when I get on an actual track and when I get into the desert and I'm driving my off-road race cars and I'm actually performing, I stay up to beat. And sim racing has always been a really good tool. I used to be in regional champions, and I was on leaderboards for the U.S. for. I was in the top 1,000 in the entire U.S.
It's probably going to be a tighter
when I
race.
was
Hopefully
in
the
my
second lane
teens /
stays open.
early
That's the
20s.
key to getting this, getting
Now
really
being
good
in my
racing
mid-30s.
here. Last year it was good stuff.
I need to get back into it. But I also feel like I'm still really fast. And Michael Schumacher raced into his 40s. So he raced F1 in his 40s.
Came undone
Crazy, but
twice.
it's
So
possible.
laps down.
And he was winning
Last year came
championships.
in the lead, and
But at a point, like, the kids were just so fast reacting, and when Sebastian Vettel got involved, it totally,
they were okay.
it took that
Went
out
2 laps down.
entirely.
So I'm looking for just a good, clean race here because we've
Dude, Will's such a freaking, he's just a
Absolutely.
bro.
I believe you're going to come
He's
14th.
so Aussie and so just,
Passing through the field,
yeah,
but
mate,
they can do
it
It's you
just,
feel like
it just
you have
happened.
the
I
package to do
just
it.
did my best.
Yeah,
It was
it'll
fast.
be interesting. I think, you know, I'm
I
hoping
think,
there's a lot of
this
restarts,
has had, well,
chances
good
of
around
a lot of
today.
positions. It's always hard to tell how the, you know, the pit strategy is going to play out, where those yellows fall.
If he doesn't do very good, he's just like, well, we'll do better next time. It's
Position race, so it's
one of them days.
It's long, like it's 300 laps, so you got plenty of time to make it to the front. If you get 1 inch into those marbles and that line, you just go straight to the wall. You
Marble.
have a couple of
Just like I was talking about,
today,
marble.
So I think you've got to be just smart, make good decisions, as it's always the case in IndyCar now. There's too many good drivers, teams. To win a race in this series is so difficult. So, you know, my goal is just to minimize mistakes and try to put myself in that position.
And the margins are so slim, really, with everything in IndyCar right now. We saw the closest 500 finish in IndyCar history this year. It seems like every time out on the track, everyone is improving their game. How on your toes do you have to be each and every time you get in and out of the race car?
I mean, you just got to look at qualifying. 1/10 yesterday would have moved you more than 10 spots. And even on like a
because
road
these are
course,
like the wave files. These are like
I
the
mean, when I made
headiest files I
into
can
the
have.
top 12, yeah, we have the
Some of these files are on one of my old iPads and they're deleted. Sorry guys, there's nothing I can do. I can download the file off of SoundCloud, and I think that's a wave,
everyone is so good. We've had
or
this car for so
it
long.
might be an MP3.
You know,
I don't even
no
know.
one really
But if I
is
upload it in Wave, I think it
anymore. Like,
saves
the
it in
window is
Wave.
so small,
And when I
so
re-download my
it's,
files,
it
it's
really
still in
comes
Wave.
down to
I'm gonna
execute
check.
with your team,
But as you can see with the
execute,
Wave file,
details, getting
look at this
everything
sucker.
right, a lot of homework.
34 megabytes
I'm
of
loving
data.
it though. I love the competition.
Data rich,
Competition,
all the
it's
details
just
of
really
every
cool.
frequency.
Yeah, I've been
Like you
around
just
this
have
for 20
such
years,
a
and I've
tighter
never seen it in better shape.
range.
Never
Digital
seen the
music,
ratings
when you
so
cut it
good,
up,
never seen the crowd so
instead
good.
of being a
Super
real
cool,
vinyl
man. Just to be
wave,
part of all this.
it's stair
No
steps.
secret, this has been
And
an
so
interesting year for you.
the more
Switching to
the more stair steps you can have
What's that progression been
per
like
wave,
to know a new team?
the higher bit rate it is. And Wave is the best file you can have.
Really bad on paper.
So I'm gonna put Lit
I mean, I
Swing.
led 5 races. We had
I'm just
shots
gonna
of winning
organize
a couple
the
of
ones
those
that I know.
races. We've had a couple of podiums. Like I said, I've said to a few people, I think the
Okay,
second
I
half.
do admit I need a new, I need an actual mouse. I thought I could get used to just using the trackpad for a trip, and I won't need a mouse. That's a total lie. I need a mouse. Trackpad is really dope. I do love the Apple trackpads. Have always been. And when you get to use them,
even though it
you
is
know how to use them.
quite a spec series. You know, the cars are all very similar. I can't tell you how different it was for me in this team. The way they do their debriefs, the way you work. You know, I work with the same engineer for 20 years. Sounds like someone just got one of the frisbees in. It's a big.
I did 12 songs on my first side of the first album because I wanted one song for every day of the month that you could just like soak yourself into. And like we all should not listen to music for the end of time, and just like I do believe there's certain songs that are like worthy of like people who were on the Nashville freaking list of all-time music stars. They've created hits that they're so good you want to keep listening to them forever. And like it's a really good thing to have. I've enjoyed a lot of my music being long listening type things where I've listened to them hundreds of times, and I know of other people who've listened to them dozens and dozens of times, and that's important. I think that that's something that we all gotta
crazy guys in victory lane tonight. He
enjoy.
has a great car. I was admiring the balance of Will Power's Andretti car last night. It looked pretty fierce out there.
Yeah, in practice, it looked solid. It looked comfortable, which, again, you can only be so comfortable on an oval like this because, like you say, Townsend, one of the toughest tracks that we come to. But you want something that's consistent. You want something that's predictable. 300 laps around here. You've heard all the drivers say it. This is a long race. It's going to be about patience. You can tune the car over the course of the race as well. And with the conditions being so different, a guy with as much experience as Will Power has is sitting in a great spot. Now, guys, Will Power there was referring to marbles that build up on the track during the course of the race. What exactly does that mean? What exactly the driver's looking out for once this thing gets under green?
Well, I'm glad Will Power brought up marbles because no other racetrack in the world will punish you with the marbles like here in Nashville. This is like the black ice.
It's got a really cool like docking system on the side.
The tires shed tiny pieces of
Those little
rubber
tire
that
pebbles.
tend to ball up just
Those
like
things
marbles.
suck.
Thanks to this
Those
cover,
things
we can go
suck.
down beneath the racing surface and see just how much
I haven't ever
where the tire meets the
had like
road
a really serious situation in reality with them, which is good. But in a lot of the newer simulators, Assetto, with some of their higher end mods and stuff, you get these features. And, like, you can tell when you hit the edge of a track, it starts slipping, and like you're rolling on little pebbles.
We saw a couple of serious
Pretty
issues
crazy.
last night. That's only after about 40, 50
can
laps of
imagine at
practice.
200 miles an hour, that's gotta be
300
insane.
laps tonight. Every driver, especially the
Okay.
experienced ones, will be very mindful of that invisible unbelievable black ice-like situation with those marbles, and if you catch it, it is night done.
It's like driving on asphalt versus driving on gravel in your road car. You just lose so much grip, and in that animation, you can see pretty clearly where the marbles are. At night, at 200 miles an hour, you can't necessarily discern where that line is on the racetrack as a driver. You kind of have to guess a little bit. So when you're going side by side,
because there's going to be 3 volumes
on the inside. If you're on that high line, it can be so treacherous. But like you said, you have to be so precise. It has been over a year since we in the IndyCar have driven
the next 12 months.
night.
I have
That last time was on an oval racetrack. Of course, when we return, we will discuss how tough it is.
I've taken
to go
10
from
years on
day
one album.
to
I can
night
get multiple
at these
albums done
speeds on this type of track. You guys who know only too well what it takes. We'll be back to Nashville.
I mean, I don't know if I started. It started like talking about stuff, and I was watching just a few moments of the pre-race, and it seemed like they were gonna get to it a lot faster than they did. Yeah, tell me if the volume is too quiet in the race. It might be too quiet. The race hasn't started, so it's kind of like a music concert. The first couple of acts are pretty quiet, like purposely, and then the promoter and then the artist, they crank it up.
Sense of control. It's a car that stops
natural.
short of amazing.
Don't get mad at the person before you for telling you to not turn it up any higher. There's a set madness, set method to the madness. Plus, there might not be enough people there for you to crank it all the way. You only need it cranked all the way when you have just a crowd of people yelling, screaming, and at the concert, bothering the noise. And you need it to sound clear. There's definite reasons. Alright, so I want...
Start your cool kid summer with a Florida resident 4-day summer ticket.
Wow, I'm working here.
It's the summer salesman with the Ford crew.
Where you been, hey?
Little field research. Show them what we got. Check this out.
Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
And J.D. Power backs it up.
Ford is #1 in new vehicle quality. And F-Series are America's best-selling trucks.
Such a good meeting.
Crazy good capability.
America's
selling with these is like side B means a lot. Like that's one of my most
Your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years.
The last one's my mom got to hear.
Waking up a good day is the perfect way to toast a new day.
That's where melting away comes in. Oh, you know what?
Back in Nashville, taking a leaf out of town.
Yeah, because Back from the Underground is like a weird.
Not the perfect spiral. Not what I expect from you, Townsend. You got it.
That was my first experiment. Assembling the Pieces was my very first track I ever released. 10, 11 years ago. And then Back from the Underground was when I was doing some cool experimental stuff. And I started to like really find a fun,
of course, one of my favorite shows, and then of course Fox
doing something outside the box instead of like having
but we wait for the
specific sound. And then Melting Away is also another really experimental one that I just made this past year. But it discusses about my mom and her passing away.
And this is the thing, okay?
Grandma and like some of these other ones. I'm gonna write the full story. And so you all know a little bit deeper. Because they're all fun. And did someone say Groovy Space Vacation? Did these say the times on them?
From driving in the day to driving in the night. It has been over a year since these drivers have raced at night. Hinch, I know that both of you know what it is to drive at night. They haven't driven here at night. On this track, with these lights, every single lap of practice and qualifying has been done in daylight. What kind of a different proposition is this going to be?
It's massively challenging. When we talk about setting up an IndyCar, it is so precise, and even the smallest difference in air temperature and track temperature, wind direction, can have a big effect on the tires, on the setups, the balance of these race cars. And to your point, teams love going off historical data. So when they rolled up, here for the first practice on Saturday, they would have had data from last
last year's race or the year before, if you had come and tested here at some point in the past, but that would have always been during the day.
I need to write my name on it somewhere.
Temperatures would have varied slightly, but you know roughly what that would do to the balance. You're going out at night now, the track is completely different. The gap in air temperature and track temperature bigger than anything that they've seen. They haven't raced on this kind of surface.
When I put this picture on 3,000 pixels, it was too small. And so I ended up having to put a border around it, and it actually worked out really well, and I'm really happy that I did, because
that for me feels like a completely different highway to the highway when it's at night. Things come at me faster.
I still have to work on the outer cover.
Every single element of driving, just at 70 miles an hour, feels different. Not 200 miles an hour.
As a driver, I can tell you the biggest shift is the vibe.
So you duplicate, and then with the background color, this one's going to be...
What I can feel right now is 25 madmen that are getting ready to come out under the lights. Everything feels bigger. The stage feels bigger. The moment feels bigger.
And this is for my grandma, the yellow.
Comes out, and you just go for it that much more at night. It happens all the time. We've seen it at places like Texas where we've had big races there at night in the past.
And then it's going to have a list of tracks.
Electrifying. And Alex Below said it best. It brings the field together. As the track temp cools down, it allows the cars to run closer together because there's more grip.
The physical ones are coming.
And in their relationship with the track.
The digital ones are all going to be out very, very soon.
His friends and crew right now. Hey guys,
I should be posting it tonight.
It's going to be fun. The drivers are getting very excited.
That's because it's not going to be long until they get suited up and get into the cockpit, and every one of them hoping to repeat what Felix Rosenquist did in the month of May in taking the victory at the Indianapolis 500. Why don't we ride on board with him for those final crucial moments in the biggest race of the year?
I want to help all of you do that and inspire you to do the same. So all of these tracks are very much representative of the journey that we all are taking. Straight up. I don't think we can ever change it back there.
Still down there, you two. Still down there, you two. Still there, still there. First place winner. Go get him here, go get him, go on, come on. You're off there, you two. Read that. Point to point to point.
Oh. I could do like a blue there, and then I could do like a green inside.
I've seen this at least a dozen times, and I still get shivers. Felix Rosenquist, Indianapolis 500 winner. What do you think? What do you feel when you see that again? No matter how many times?
I mean, the one thing that is for sure, every time I see it, I don't stop watching it until I get over the line, because I still don't really think it's true. So, yeah, no, great. Always great to watch that. It never gets old.
And you couldn't hear it. I think when you hear the audio and from your spotter and your reaction adds to it even more. Winning the biggest race in the world, what does that do for a driver from their confidence level and their thirst to keep going?
No, it's huge. It's, I mean, even if every other track is very different from the Indy 500, I think it's just a mental, you know, the confidence boost mentally, not only for me, for the whole team, you know, every guy and girl that, you know, worked on this car to get it to where it was, to be able to do that. You know, it takes an army. So it was really cool to kind of prove what we could do together and get that little boost. But then you go here to Nashville, and it's a completely different challenge, or, you know, Detroit, or, yeah. That's the cool thing in IndyCar. Everything is just so different, and it just keeps you digging for more all the time. Because if you think that winning that race is going to be enough to, you know, it's just not. Like, you just have to keep searching. But yeah, that will forever, you know, be a confidence boost for me. Just seeing that replay is like, hey, you know, I was part of that, so it's pretty cool.
We'll just continue on as the background show continues with your crew. You mentioned Nashville is completely different, yet this is the only other, quote, super speedway. Does anything carry over from Indianapolis?
I think a little bit. You know, the super speedways kind of race a little slower. Like, it's more about momentum than the short ovals, I'd say. You know, like Indy, if if you go for a run, it can take 1 or 2 laps to build up the run. It's a little bit the same here. And if your momentum dies, you kind of have to start over again. So I think some of it carries over, but yeah, they're all very different. This is a concrete
setting it all up and getting
track,
it all ready.
very bumpy, a huge bump in 3 and 4.
Keep it bumpy.
But I really enjoyed this place. We had a bit of a weird qualifying. We're starting in 17th.
I'm excited to see. I didn't even see that
So we have some
qualifying
work to do,
or
but,
anything
300 laps
yesterday.
should be enough to do something at least.
And a full-on proper
See,
night
Felix,
race we were
he's
not
from
expecting. Does
Sweden.
that help you? Someone that needs
And
to
one of the other guys is from
better for you?
Australia. Will Power.
We don't know really. It's
Then there's some Spaniards. There's a whole bunch of people from around the world who race IndyCar, which is crazy.
You know, the 500 this year was
Very rare to see Americans racing.
Maybe it was the one before. They both
Get
were
it.
very cold.
I want to do that. It's on my bucket
I
list.
think that applies everywhere. You just get a little bit
No
more
racer.
force, which helps you when you go offline or the high line. So yeah, I think it's all good really that it's going to be later, especially if you're starting the back.
Before we finish, let's take a look at
Yeah,
your
so you
Series
had to
6
edit
in
my
Honda.
stream
You always
stuff,
have to do
edit all
probably a
my-
double check because your car looks different
yeah,
every
it is.
week. This is part of the
I'm
highway.
glad my computer is not
Riley
freaking
Green
out
is
that I'm
featured in
working on the
pictures.
overlays
Carly Pierce, big time
in the
superstar,
background
has a
over
duo
here.
with Riley Green was out here at the racetrack here today. Do you have to do a double check to find out
This
which
is the
car is
one
yours?
system that I wanted to work on.
Not really.
Okay.
But this year has been a lot of them, which is cool. You know,
We're gonna do
we're
this.
probably on number
Nope.
8 or 9 at this point.
That's not
And people love it. You know, we used to only have the Sirius XM logo, and then we
Okay,
started.
so I don't know
I'm not
what.
sure which one was the first one, but like after we did a Creed livery in Indy, we're like, oh, this is the fans actually really they're really into this, and it's probably a better way to market as well because people can relate to it in a different way, and you know, whatever artist it is, it's going to be someone's favorite artist in the paddock, and it creates a lot of interest. So yeah, super cool. I love this one. It's very country.
But then I decided to split it because I was trying to
for
decide like
Nashville. So
17
little
tracks.
guitar
This is not,
design there, and
not the
beautiful Riley on the side pod.
And if you win tonight, you'll get your very own guitar as well. And all that matters is that it's fast. Good luck, Felix.
Thank you very much.
Felix Rosenquist, Indianapolis 500 winner.
He is indeed the closest finish in Indy 500 history. Can Felix make it a second oval win of the season tonight? We'll be rolling to green soon.
This is cool.
Well, I'm Gary, and I work for Java House.
Gary? Gary's my guy. He delivered our Java House coffee pods and just sort of never left. Oh, hey, Gary. Sorry to interrupt. Thanks, man.
Pod delivery.
Since adding Java House, productivity is through the roof.
Signed in as me. I am me.
Which is why I never do.
Java House, anyone? It's gonna help you guys change these tires a little bit faster, I have a feeling.
Yeah, here you go. Save 20% on Java House when you order on Amazon. Amazingly smooth.
With Endurance, you'll never pay out of pocket for car repairs again.
Wait, really?
I've had 2 claims for over $4,300.
But does Endurance raise your rate the more claims you file?
No, your rate stays the same no matter how many claims you file.
Right now, you can get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value free, all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go online or call 1-800-349-6369 for a free quote.
Tools from Harbor Freight are doing hard work in real garages across America. Like at Nico's Automotive Shop in Des Plaines, Illinois, where his Daytona Jack does all the heavy lifting. His Hercules impact wrench makes quick work of tough jobs.
Let me read down my own
And
track.
his Icon torque wrench keeps every bolt honest. Nico demands affordable tools that don't quit because he never
This guy didn't even know the track was on repeat. I just went over and over.
built for
Groovy vibrations for sure. That's fire. I like that. Where in the world, bro?
This is Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. Some say it's meat and cheese done right. And some people don't say anything because frankly it's rude to talk with your mouth full.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Blue skies in Nashville. If this doesn't jinx it, no.
Go to the track page, click edit, and then select download file.
Heading here with 7 races left of this 2026 season. Alex Palou, you've heard from him today. He
I do
leads
have
the
to enable
championship.
downloads on everyone's phone first. Okay, well, if you're lucky and you're in the stream and you get to see it, look at that. You're gonna get the opportunity.
Win a race in IndyCar, but is leading the charge for his new team at Penske. The young American is 4th and starts from last place today, but with a very fast car underneath. Championship beloved favorite Pato O'Ward, one of the most popular drivers in the sport, is 5th, and Joseph
I want the original
the Indianapolis 500 engine. He is 6th. Why
Oh,
don't we head back
I already
down to
have
the
one.
garages? Why don't we hear from our pole sitter, that man, 2nd in the championship, is Kyle Kirkwood.
Why don't we hear from, well, let's talk to Kyle Kirkwood himself standing in front of his car. The rain has stopped, lightning bolt is gone, so back to the rain. It's a beautiful day here in Nashville. We're about to get going. Racing, more games going on down here. But your teams are having a blast over there. But let's talk about this career on the pole position. The pole of your career. You're doing it here in Nashville, a place that you seemingly love. What's the game plan from here on out?
Sorry, they're distracting me. Game plan.
Too hot. It's actually the first song of the album, too. Preview. See, I'd like to just switch the Nope.
They try and make some fun out of some of these moments when things are great for us and we're not running when we should be, because they want to get out there. They're like us as drivers. They want to do their job. They're excited for the race. They love the competition. And now we got some
You guys heard it really weird, too.
between the 26 and 27.
Because it was playing twice in 2 different places. It's like mixing between itself.
Part of the fun. It's all part of IndyCar racing here.
Before we went live, we were talking about the qualifying Nashville Speedway. You're holding it flat. You have to have a lot of trust in your car. What is that? So much trust in your car, you can hold it straight to the floor and have fast.
It's nerve-wracking when you can do that much, right? Because you go out and qualifying around this place, we're doing an average of 97 miles an hour, under 96, I think I did.
Really cool song.
That means we're doing 205.
That's the album.
Going into each one of the
It's fun little creative one.
You gotta lift, right? Going in from these corners,
Nice.
3, 4 Gs. And, you gotta keep it flat. And these guys distracted me. You gotta keep it flat. And everyone did out there, but it's still a mind trick, you know? It's, I'll be honest with you. Yesterday, of course, you
Okay,
just gotta
so
have the
edit that
fastest
track.
car to be able to qualify. Well, the driver doesn't do a whole
Permissions
lot, but you
and-
gotta have the confidence to still get in the car and kind of almost put that left foot over the right foot and be like, I'm not lifting, I'm not touching the brake until that checkered flag comes out. It's a big mental trick for you.
I guess it was,
He just said they're playing dice over there. You have had an incredible career in IndyCar already. 6 wins, the NTT IndyCar Series. You really haven't been here for that long. What do you feel like your progression through the series has been like? And now you're a competitor each and every time. You do not come to play every time you come to the racetrack.
Every year has been better, right? From the time I started in 22 with Foy till now with Andretti, every championship I've gotten better and better. Hopefully I can say the same when we come out of this at the end of the year. Hopefully we have the lead, right? Well, we're still in the hunt, right? It's 7 races to go with today. And And yeah, hopefully we just have an amazing show here today, and then go into the rest of the championship and be able to show our stuff as the year progresses. But yeah, like you said, every year has been better, getting wins. Last year we had 3 wins before the middle part of the year, and we're like, man, we got a really good shot at this, but then I just didn't have that good of a finish of the year. A couple finishes outside the top 10, a couple misfortunate races, and next thing you know, you're now in 4th place in the championship, right? So this year we want to keep that consistency, we want to keep those wins up, we want to get these poles like we got yesterday, and just keep taking off good top 5 finishes like we've done all season long. We just got to stay consistent. That's the main goal. We interviewed your teammate Will Power just a few moments ago, and I'm curious to know, what have you learned from him? I mean, he's the fastest driver in IndyCar history, Indy 500 champion, along with your other teammate Marcus Ericsson, Indy 500 champion. But what's something that Will has really instilled in you coming to Andretti Global? Man, he's a wealth of knowledge, right? I mean, he's one of the legends of the sport, right? I forget how many wins he has. I think he has the most poles in IndyCar, so he's extremely fast. He's been very fast this year too, right? Usually out qualifying me, actually. And there's been so much to learn from him, whether it's car setup, it's demeanor, it's the way you work with the team, it's on-track stuff. He's got it all. He's got it all. So he's been a great addition to our team. He's helped us out massively. And then you also have Marcus too, right? Marcus Ericsson has done a phenomenal job this season. He's had a little bit of bad luck, but look at Gateway, finished 2nd there, could have won that race. He's always in the hunt for the 500. That's obviously our Super Bowl. So there's a lot of tape from both these guys. As I'm still in the championship, we're talking about an 80 start this weekend. At the same time, still a lot to learn from two guys that are veterans in the sport. And so it's a great team dynamic that we have here. Most of the 3 cars are 6, 7, 20, and hope it stays like this for
make sure to get some food in me, because I also have my caffeine dialed in, and I'm going to make sure it keeps good until we start the race. So between dinner and caffeine, you're pretty much ready to go. Rena's one of the funnest stories of the World Cup is always people really want to cheer for it. I have said that you and your team are the underdog that these new fans and viewers who are watching should be cheering for. Do you relate to that even a little bit, or do you just want to go out and get it done no matter how big a team you are? I mean, in the end, we all have a car with 4 tires, so we want to make it happen. But yes, I have always been with an underdog team, so I think it's cool. I think it's great for this organization that is considerably smaller than the ones that we're racing against. But definitely extracting everything out of our materials and yeah, maximizing the basics, I'm gonna say. So it's fun, but I think tonight we've got as good as a shot as everybody else out there. In a lot of these situations, sometimes second lane gets washed away. I know you'll still be aggressive and try and get up there. It looks pretty good in practice. Are you still optimistic for what you can achieve in the race on lane 2? Oh yeah, for sure. You know, that's one thing as well. You need the car to support you, give you that confidence in the second lane. Really, this car is great everywhere. So it's nice. It's nice when the car just feels comfortable. You know, the rear's not moving around or anything. So of course, you know, looking at Connor's outfit last year, I explore what he did. He had a great highlight sizzle reel at the end of it. Best look in the race, Renus. Georgia. Nashville Speedway, but the last time we were on an oval at night or the evening, you finished 2nd at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Do you feel that momentum carrying over a little bit? Yeah, no, I love racing at night, you know, especially the ovals.
Yeah, there's gonna be a night race too. I'm excited about the night race.
Doing what, 200 plus
oh, it's got the little samurai.
So, of course, it's a bummer we can't be out driving now. You know, we would love to be out there and then putting a show on, but getting this to be a night race, I think it's going to be spectacular. And it's really going to open up the racetrack, and that's what I love, you know, being able to run that second lane, which I got to do really well in Gateway. That was a
little,
the
but
racetrack here is similar to that, and then I think we're up for a really, really good race.
So is it safe to say you could be one of the first ones we'll see trying that second lane?
100%. I live up there on the high line, so yeah, as long as the car can
yeah, you got better.
try and be running up high and make that work. So already yesterday in Highland practice, I felt really comfortable. So yeah, I'm just excited to go racing. It's gonna be a great race. I think it's it's a good racetrack. We've had good races here in the last 2 years, but I think now being a night race is gonna be another level.
We're over halfway through the season now. I'm curious to know from your perspective just how your season's ebbed and flowed.
Yeah, it's been a good season, to be honest. Obviously, the last 2 years was quite tricky for us in the 28 car, especially last year. But this year we really bounced back. I think the group on my car has done a fantastic job, and also myself, put a ton of work in to just be better and just stepping it up. And I feel like we've done that. We had some bad luck, some DNF from things outside of our control, and also some points, but still, every track we go to, I really feel like we have an opportunity to fight at the front. That's a really cool thing to have. Also, Will coming in, he's really been a great addition to the team. I feel like me, Will, and Kyle are really pushing each other forward every weekend. And then we have 3 really good cars every weekend that can fight for a win. So it's been really fun, and obviously look to continue that for the rest of the season.
You and the judges sound like a good time. We'll let you go. Thanks so much. That's Marcus Ericsson, 2022 Indy 500 champion.
And let's take a look back at that Indianapolis 500. What a finish, what a win for Marcus Ericsson. So nearly ran to 2 Indy 500 victories, but it's just the one ring so far from the man from Kumla, Sweden.
Hey, what just happened?
On the podium last time we raced on an oval, Marcus Ericsson.
Don't tell me it's just the music in here that was interesting.
We'll be back soon to Nashville.
Do you know what a pitch is, Grunk? A person that throws a baseball that stands on a mound?
The World Cup is just drama to an unbelievable height.
I really don't know too much. We are going to educate. Curiosity opens your mind, which makes you brighter. I want to be a masterpiece of knowing the other football. No one can match our energy. Oh! Oh! Football. Football. Football.
There has never been a race like this. One weekend, one city.
The Freedom 250 Grand Prix.
7 turns, 1.7 miles. Look at this crowd. Fans have turned out in a huge way. It has momentum now past the capital. This is history in the making.
It's almost a gig. Like
digging in,
gonna be over a gigabyte.
Working the count. And tonight,
for the high resolution.
Dodgers. How did he catch that? That's how you get it done in prime time on Fox. You can feel the energy. Because if it's Saturday night, it's baseball night in America.
Having the light on for a minute.
Check local listings.
The greatest presidents in American history knew nothing about clock management in the fourth quarter. But Colin does.
Yeah, but the light on it. Stop it.
Real American Freestyle, home of the original combat sport, celebrates 1 year with the biggest event in RAF.
Just figured that out before the race.
Live from Cleveland, exclusively on Fox Nation.
Welcome back to the Borchetta Bourbon Music City.
Grass.
As you can see, blue skies starting to appear through the clouds.
It's got long little things, but they're dandelions and stuff in it.
Now with the
really pretty.
In raceable condition. We take a look at the bottom right-hand side of
I will admit, Nashville looks pretty.
in the position in the fight to be top rookie in 2026. And Jack is
in the background.
leads those standings. He's last year's Indy Next champion. He's the Norwegian nightmare. He's Dennis Hauger.
Dennis, Will just gave you a fantastic intro. Everything that I wanted to say, he very poetically laid it out there for everybody. What have you been up to in this rain delay?
Walking around. I ate some olives. Some water. Talked a bit with people.
Olives seems like an unusual snack, Dennis.
It's the only snack they had, so you have to do what you can to stay hydrated and stay, fed.
I didn't realize this Dale Coyne racing team was so sophisticated in its snack department. Let's get back onto racing before we digress too much. Season on the whole, you're leading the rookie point standing. Give us your snap view of how it's gone, what you've learned, what you've enjoyed.
Just enjoyed the whole season. I mean, we've had some ups and downs, that's for sure. Struggling quite a bit as a team, I think, at times, but we've had some very good moments as well with the P3 in qualifying and 2 top 10s. But I want more. I know we're capable of more. I know I'm capable of more. So obviously, hopefully this can be a race we can have some good results, but still in the lead in the rookie championship somehow, which I'm happy with. And I feel like we should have been higher in the championship as well. Have quite a few things gone in the right direction this year. So yeah, still some races to go, and we're still in the fight for that title, obviously. So that's what we're going to try to defend.
Absolutely in the battle for that Rookie of the Year honours. Rain has washed away maybe a little bit of the grip out here. I know oval racing is not completely new to you, but maybe in IndyCar series, still getting up to speed a little. Are we going to see you try and roll the high line and make some positions at the start?
I mean, yeah, it worked pretty well in Phoenix. I think I came up like 7-8 spots on those 2 first laps there. Worked pretty well to 500. And it seems to be pretty good around here as well on the high line, especially the first 5 to 10 laps. It's working really well. I think we saw that last year as well. So that's the only way to go forward, I think, like quite a bit. So that's where I'm going to try and be. But we'll see. We looked obviously not too good in qualifying. I was flat, but there was nothing more to get there. But we looked a bit better in the final practice, a bit more racy. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Progress has been made. Olives have been had. Best of luck in the race, Dennis. Kevin.
So as we race on an oval, one of the thoughts I had coming into the weekend is I want to see where Santino Ferrucci starts, because I'd like to see some action at the beginning. You're not at the back, you're beyond the middle. When we do go racing, what are we going to see from your 11th place starting position?
Obviously, we'll try to get back up top, but it's tough when you get to the pointy end of the field here. It's so competitive. I mean, you saw how close qualifying is, and, you know, honestly, I understand why we were racing when we were. I'm thrilled that we are under the lights now. I think it'll be great. The track's got a washout on it, so all 3 lanes here will actually become active. So it'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be great action for the fans. I think everybody that's going to come back, I know my friends went to dinner, they're coming back. They're going to really enjoy this race.
So we've been talking a lot about a second lane coming in. I believe I heard you say 3?
Yeah. So when you watch the NASCAR races here, they're all the way up. And if anybody's actually at home watching and looking at the track as they're drawing it, you will see it goes dark, light, dark again. That dark lane actually has a ton of grip. And yeah, so I've been up there before in practice. It's not bad. It's also in 3-4 you can get over the bump, which is even crazier. So I don't know, you'll probably see it. But yeah, you see off the wall that next dark line. That's kind of where there's a good amount of grip.
In the Indy 500, you've raced there 8 times, top 10 every time, top 5, I think 3 times. Does anything carry over to a place like this where you've also been good, what, 6th and 8th in your 2 times here?
Yeah, obviously this race has been more of a sprint. With them lengthening it to 300 laps, 400 miles, it becomes more of an endurance race. Honestly, I really like that they did that. I'm really proud of IndyCar for lengthening up these ovals a little bit more. You know, we need longer races on the ovals. They go by so fast when you're rolling at 200 miles an hour, and you just a little bit more survival instincts like Indy. The big difference is, Indy, when you're running 500 miles, you know, the car is consistently on edge. Here, when you're running a 400-mile race on a short oval, you get so far into a rhythm of leaning in on a D shape like this, and the G-forces are so much higher and so much more consistent that you really need to keep a clear mental head.
Do you get dizzy? I mean, it's a 1.3 miles, but this is a very quick lap. If you go green for a long time to finish the race, what does it feel like when you stand up?
You're definitely a little loopy. It's kind of like Texas, you know, back when I first ran Texas in 2019, when I got out of the car after that race, it was a 600. They called it the Texas something 600, and I got out. My legs are all jello, and you're kind of disoriented. It's a lot. So, but it's very similar feeling here. Honestly, I love this track because it's concrete. It's just different to everything else we get.
Santino Ferrucci, the famous number 14 for AJ Foyt, is always one of those worth waiting for when we go racing here tonight.
Always worth waiting for, always worth watching, and when he gets on a podium, he likes to celebrate on his way up there. He did just that 1 year ago at Road America, took a beer from the fans and chugged it right there in the runoff area. Hoping for some success tonight on a style of circuit that he loves. Never less than enthralling. Santino Ferrucci on the ovals.
Welcome to the nation's dumbest. Tardiness will not be tolerated.
Oh my god, I'm in school.
What would you say your weak spots are?
Anything with academic.
We can operate commercials however we don't want to operate a commercial. Butter and jam. This is on side B. Okay, I had to give a little post on the Instagram about jamming.
happen in the moment versus managing expectations. I know how hard and how much time and effort you put into making sure that that team is united.
He's here to fight for a title.
Christian, thank you for having coffee with me. I'm still sipping coffee.
Yeah, probably.
The only difference compared to how we
Yeah,
normally
they're
do,
going to be released. SoundCloud gets it first. They always get it first.
A little insight
they get
into Christian
previews of everything.
who has 2 wins to his name this
You gotta go
season,
over
just
to,
as Joseph Newgarden, a 2-time IndyCar champion. Alex Palou doubles them with 4.
Other services, they will get it soon. It will be going to the other services, so just stay patient. It's coming to Spotify, Apple Music, Beatport, and you can post it in all of your TikToks and
to Nashville, where we edge ever closer to race start time.
They're all available.
Dryads
So
heading
I'm
back
working
out
on it.
on track. We'll be racing soon in Music City.
I wanted to announce a release date for it, but the release date has been pushed back a couple of times.
Can AI be trusted?
You know what?
Who's gonna hit the brakes if we need to? If we all had voices,
performing and
then I
doing
think
it
it
and
would be
showing you all
better.
what I'm doing.
Can AI help me be a better teacher, a better mom?
Maybe it'll cure some great things, you know? Will it create a group of people that ask more questions?
I mean, it's been a catchphrase for too long. That's been the catchphrase.
If you could ask
That
one
is
question,
the curious. That is the vibe.
what would
That
you
is
ask?
What TheeBucketMan
Who
is
will
about.
win today?
Each and every day.
Will it rain
Another day in
tomorrow?
paradise. It's up to you to paint it.
Will there
That's
be
what it says.
peace this
Every
year?
day on the side is a blank canvas, and it's up to you to paint it. I put it on the side.
Future?
I had to.
The people who never stop asking are the ones who
I had
find
to
the
go in it.
answers.
The artwork was really
Your teeth are
important. It came out
sensitive,
really
even
good. I
water
was happy
breaks
with
could
it.
hurt. What if I told you Sensodyne has a fast and easy solution? New Sensodyne Clinical Repair creates a protective shield over those exposed areas that can help repair sensitive areas of teeth after 60 seconds and get you back in the game sensitivity free.
This is Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. Some say it's meat and cheese done right. And some people don't say anything because, frankly, it's rude to talk with your mouth full.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Napa knows that 1 in 4 vehicles will need a new battery this year. And that's just the tip of the electrical iceberg. That's why Napa believes in testing the electrical systems on every vehicle, from the battery to the alternator. And why we're a trusted solution for the electrical parts, tools, and expertise you need, catching problems before they become breakdowns, and keeping every vehicle and every business moving full speed ahead.
Rasmussen, he's a win it or pin it driver. Oh no! Pato Award is out in tatters.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, through all of the carnage last year, Joseph Newgarden ran home the winner. It was his first and only victory of 2025. It was the season closer last year, guys. Everything different this year. Under the lights, and we are at the middle part of the season. The championship still anyone's.
It is. And looking out at the track right now, if you're wondering when we're going to get going, it is really starting to look dry on the track. But you talk about championship. A curveball like this can really mix things up. James, you mentioned earlier, teams have information, they have projections based on a fixed set of variables. This is the ultimate curveball. Nobody planned for this tonight.
They didn't. It's going to be super fascinating to see who starts this race the strongest because conditions are so different. They don't have historical data of running at night in these temperatures here at this track. And so the drivers and engineers that really lean into their experience, I think, are going to have the edge when they first drop the green. The difference, though, with this one, Townsend, being 300 laps, almost 400 miles, you've got time to work on your race car. So if you don't start as strong as you want to, don't panic. Patience, patience, patience is going to be the name of the game tonight. And again, that's something that falls into the hands of the more experienced drivers and driver-engineer combinations. Why don't we take a look then at who lines up where on the starting grid for tonight's race. As we've already said, it is an all-American front row. Carl Kirkwood and Joseph Newgarden start there in positions 1 and 2. Then Scott McLaughlin, 4 Penske, brilliant on ovals, and 4-time champion Alex Palou ahead of Scott Dixon and Alexander Rossi, both of them with 1 Indy 500 win apiece.
They've got strong starting spots, those top 6, but Christian Rasmussen, remember, he wrecked on the first corner of the first lap last year. He likes to go big. We already heard from Santino Ferrucci inside row 6. He'll be looking to scoot his way to the high side and try to make it 3 wide going forward.
As we head back to row 7 in the teens, you see Nolan Siegel alongside Will Power. We heard from him, going to be very anxious to move his way forward. Kyle Collette trying to chase down.
I hope that ended up going to the Facebook too. I posted it to the Instagram and I hit the button and then it
driver Mick Schumacher before your Indy 500 champion Felix Rosenquist, who starts alongside Kiffin Simpson. As we move to the final rows, Louis Foster and Stingray Rob. Louis Foster to the United Kingdom in his sophomore season. Then Romain Grosjean, former F1 driver, alongside the leader of the rookie standings, Dennis Hauger. Graham Rahal, a horrible qualifying and a horrible practice day for him. Christian Lundgaard, third in the championship on the penultimate row. And David Malukas, who had that massive accident in practice, was taken to hospital, damaged his knee, but returned to lead final practice. The fastest driver yesterday starts 25th and last.
We mentioned Graham Rahal, and boy, did he have issues yesterday in practice. He was nowhere on the time charts, complaining to his team that he thought something was broken. And it finally was, with contact into the outside wall in turn 2, and Graham had to retire from practice.
And he is down with Kevin.
So that's the bad news, that yesterday was not super comfortable, but there is good news. You said, I know there's something broken. Take a look. What was found?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, the silver lining of this all is that I think we're very fortunate we didn't qualify, because had we qualified, I think we would have crashed and it would have been quite severe, so we're lucky. But ultimately what happened, you can see my hands on, I'm pointing side to side, because down the straightaway the car would pitch one way, I'd enter the corner and go the opposite. I've never had that ever. And I said to him, it feels like the diff, the spool is broken, but spool is a lock diff. When we run on road and street courts, you run a typical differential, we can adjust that, and wheels can spin freely. With the spool, it's locked. And I'm like, I think the spool's broken. They're like, well, we've never seen that before. So I understand, but that's the sensation. Turns out, the right rear
There's an American racer
falling in and out of place, and it was a part failure on the inner part. So honestly, without
I don't recognize that accent.
We would have never seen it. So anything that we were checking on pit lane would have never shown that. So, ultimately, the crazy thing is there's a new part too. New part this weekend. So,
those exhaust tubes coming out of the back now are pretty crazy.
That's a positive thing. Disappointing, nerve-wracking.
They have to run those giant silencers.
And we go into this race super green, but it is what it is.
That's what I wanted to ask. When you go into a race essentially with a new race car that you haven't done anything with, what's the trepidation? You can't tiptoe around an oval where you're going 185 miles per hour. What is the approach?
I mean, I will be a little conservative on the initial part of the race. Obviously, look, it's a night race now, so that's a great thing for the fans, to be honest.
I get some nerds the other night as a fellow nerd.
Looking over there right now.
We're nerding out on car stats and statistics.
I'm just saying.
Right that way.
But yeah, we'll focus.
I mean, the sports thing is kind of nerdy too, but
yeah, I mean,
not
I think
nearly
it's a
as
little
much
bit green for everybody. We're all going to be learning as we go here, and but yes, I mean, at the start, I'm not going to go barreling in a Romaine or something like that. I've got to be a little bit wide.
I only got a bunch of like hybrid systems and stuff in these cars.
That's all I've had in a car that's not broken. So. Disappointing, as I said, but, we've got to focus on the positives. A lot of laps today. I mean, a lot of laps to work through this thing, and we're going to get it in. I'm confident in that. And maybe at late night, we're going to get it in.
Big picture, I know there's still some work to be done for the team on the ovals, but road and street courses, how spirited are you by the performances that you and the team have put forth this season?
Yeah, I mean, 3 podiums, close to number 4, and I think the team's done a wonderful job in their approaches here. Obviously, on the 15 side in particular, the guys and gals done a great job.
I don't know if it got posted, but I think it did.
Great job on the strategy side. So, look, we're going to keep working through this. The ovals are a big
see, I was working on his video that
needs
was
improved and still need improved. Louis somewhat
coming soon type thing. It's actually pretty in it.
You know, the run street courses, I mean, work fire.
Bucket list
Like
movie.
in Ohio, it's so competitive with the people. This isn't what I'm taking a chance on. I came in there, you know, if you were in the top
5, drivers down here in the paddock. I'm here with Romain Grosjean. Now, it's been an interesting weekend for you, including an incident yesterday. So let's start there in the recovery to get things back together.
Yeah, I mean, no, yesterday, quality was a bit disappointing, and then hardline practice went really well, and then I tried the second lane next to Joseph Newgarden and get to meet the marbles. So no ideal to end the session, but honestly, I told my engineer Bill it's a really, really good car that I have. So to put it back together, we got the chance to do today Alpha Lap. Everything feels good, so I'm excited to go racing when we can go racing.
So you're starting row 11 next to your teammate Dennis Hauger with having a car that feels really great underneath you. Do you believe that once we get going under the lights here in Nashville, you'll be able to make some moves?
Well, a night race on oval is always the best way to go. So there's positive in the situation. I think we're all excited for what's to come. I think the two compounds and the 400 miles, 300 laps race can open a lot of strategies. So yeah, next to Dennis on the start. I wish I was on the outside lane. I don't like to be inside, but it is what it is. So we'll do the first few laps, see how the car settles, see how many lanes work. Of course, the track's been washed, so that may open a little bit more racing. I'm just excited for tonight. I think we have a good chance. We have a lot of new tires. We just need the right strategies and good pit stop and some lovely passes.
Lovely. Let's talk about your journey back to coming back.
You know, last year was with Prema as a reserve and then back to date. And I remember in Sebring jumping in the car and remember exactly the Honda sound of the engine, you know, that I run 21, 22, 23. And it felt like, yeah, I know all those sounds, I know all those smells, and I felt good in the car. See,
Some camaraderie.
It's okay.
And that's his teammate, Dennis Hauger. Romain, thank you so much for your time. We'll let you get back to it. There's a lot going on down here and a lot to prepare for under the lights here at Nashville. Thanks, Romain.
Thank you.
A lot to prepare for, Georgia, but prepared we are. The track is almost in racing condition. We're going to get racing here in Nashville. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Number 1 prescribed Ingrezza. Reduce with most seeing a response as early as 2 weeks. And taking mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effects, and heart rate. Problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Conscious, and I was in a different dimension. Just going.
This can be a deadly disease. Everyone
You know what's going on inside your body. Once a year, I have an annual pit stop. I may not win the race. I just don't want to drop out.
Get checked out. Make sure that everything's working the way it should be.
Don't wait. Talk to your doctor about getting screened for heart valve failure.
Back back at the Borchetta Bourbon Music City Grand Prix. Now, big news announced in the run-up to this race after 25 time champion will leave and move to McLaren. Let's hear from him. Hello and welcome to Speed with Harvick and Buxton.
Let's talk racing.
Hello folks and welcome to Speed with Harvick and Buxton, fueled by Poe.
Let's talk racing, Will.
Let's do it, buddy. And we do it this week with a man who needs very little introduction, but we will give him an introduction regardless. He is a 6-time IndyCar champion. He has his name already chiseled into the Mount Rushmore of IndyCar greats. Well in the conversation, undoubted in the conversation for the greatest of all time. Second in the win list between Mario Andretti and AJ Foyt. He is the driver of his generation. He has won a race every year for 21 consecutive seasons. We run out of superlatives for the man who is Scott Dixon.
So, man, how you guys doing?
Really good, man. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, we've definitely got to work on the win for this year. We're getting a little bit tight. I think we've got seven or so to go, but looking forward to it.
I won't make you guys listen to the audio over and over. I'll let you.
It's been a challenging year so far.
Maybe you can just watch the race. There you go.
That came out 7 days ago. It was rumored for a couple of weeks and became clear very, very quickly that this was a done deal. You are leaving Chip Ganassi Racing after a quarter of a century to move to McLaren. It's massive news. We were trying to think of a driver move in IndyCar history that could relate to it. And you've got AJ Foyt setting up his own team. You've got Mansell coming over from F1, but there are very few that are this big, that are this important. When did you make the decision? And how hard was it to ultimately decide to part ways with Chip and to go on this new adventure with Zach?
Yeah, I think as you kind of pointed out there, there's been a lot of chatter, I think, for many weeks. I think also with Felix's kind of, I don't even know if Felix really put it out there, but I think it was somebody else that kind of, announced that he was leaving, so then that created, another dynamic to it. I think in whole this year, where you look at maybe half the field is kind of out of contract, so there was definitely a lot of potential for people moving. I don't know. For me, it's talked about it for a while. I think if you go back to even 19, there was a big potential in that situation where I was going to McLaren back then as well. So, really sat down with Chip through that process as well and kind of discussed where we were going and what was happening. And, I guess kind of the off-season just, I don't know, thought a lot about, the situation that I was in, what the future really holds. There was a lot of things that kind of kept me up at night. And a lot of it was actually, do I finish my career without trying anything else, especially IndyCar. I know there's different steps for later on and maybe different categories if you ever want to go down that road. But the one thing that kept kind of nagging at me was, should I try a different team, be with a different environment? Don't get me wrong. I love Chip. He's one of my best friends. Trust me, it was an extremely tough conversation that we had a couple of times just about, the possibility and what it would look like and where and when it would kind of happen. So, and it's the same with the team. I've spent more time with this team than my own family. 25 years, a lot of those people came from Pac West. When I made the transition from Pac West to Chip Ganassi Racing as well, there was a lot of those people that came at the same time. So, yeah, definitely tough decision. But I think ultimately it just kind of came down to, I need to try something different for right now.
What clinched it in terms of it being McLaren? Because you're Scott Dixon, your choices are not going to be limited within that IndyCar paddock. So what was Zach able to sell you on in particular that made McLaren now, rather than McLaren of 2019, a different proposition and one that you are willing to stake your reputation and this opportunity to do something different, that you were willing to stake it on that?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to timing, really. I think for me it was, the opportunity of possibly looking at something else. There were a couple of teams, and obviously the manufacturers play a pretty big part in it as well. To maybe look at the foresight of what's beyond, maybe driving an IndyCar. What comes after that. I think there was some differences there. And then, ultimately, I think, I've always been a Bruce McLaren fan, fellow Kiwi, that whole situation, especially coming, from New Zealand and, even, talking to my dad about, Bruce and when he watched him and, for me, straight up, I've just been a big fan of Bruce McLaren and obviously his family and, hung out with his, daughter many a times, at functions and things like that. But I think, when you look at it just from the New Zealand historic value and what it means for people back home, it's that's an easy sell right there. But I wouldn't say it was just that. I think it really just came down to timing and honestly, looking to do something different.
There's never been a race like this. One weekend, one city. The Freedom 250 Grand Prix. 7 turns, 1.7 miles. Look at this crowd. Fans have turned out in a huge way. As Williamson now lost the capital. This is really making.
At Farah & Farah, every injury case we prepare has a recipe. A little grit, a lot of prep, and a team that knows that every second counts. When the pressure's on, we cook. Call Farah & Farah. Your case made to order.
What is Spectrum Internet? It's the most reliable internet.
It's connecting with my followers out there and in here.
It's secure internet for you and your family.
It's keeping kids like us safe online.
It's Wi-Fi that stays on even when the power doesn't.
Staying connected no matter what.
So what's Spectrum Internet? It's everything you want it to be. Switch today at Spectrum.com.
It's the dog park with all the dogs there. And the people you see that you don't really know because it's the dog park.
Brought to you by Progressive Pet Insurance.
I think he's got an ear infection. I said ear infection. Ear! It sounds like you're in a tunnel. It's in his ear. Ear infection.
Protect your pet from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
We decided to shoot this latest campaign in a kitchen. We thought it was the perfect metaphor for what we do here at Farah & Farah. A kitchen is about working together, being proud of the product that you're delivering to your customer.
Order up.
Farah & Farah.
Always check the forecast on Good Day to make sure your beach plans don't get washed away.
Scott, so much of what Zach has been talking about in terms of bringing you into the team is based around your experience of what it takes to win a championship, what it takes to win that Indy 500, and all of your experience of working within a team that can put that together. How hard is the work going to be, do you envisage, behind the scenes? So not the stuff that we see on track, but back in the shop, the work that will be done from the end of August, start of September through to February next year, the day-to-day stuff, at McLaren's base to create that team?
Well, the short answer is hard to know. I've not, stepped foot on the premises, have no idea. Obviously, I think if you backtrack to, I've been friends with Zach since 1999. I remember going to Zach Attack or whatever the go-kart track was here in Indianapolis that he was running, and that's where I ran into him for the first time when I first came here. So yeah, we catch up, obviously very tight, and good friend Tony Kanaan is there, Hunter Ray, there's a lot of people actually that I've crossed paths with, obviously throughout my career. It looks like they've, got a fantastic group of people there. But no, it's going to be full on, but I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for, just that something new, and, I think it's obviously right now you can see they're performing as one of the best teams. You know, I think when you look at the, you know, road course kind of, you know, situation right now, their short track oval's always been strong. You know, the street courses have been strong this year as well. So, you know, they've definitely got a good package right now. So yeah, you know, it's hard to really comment, I think, until you get into that situation and really see it firsthand.
Is it going to be strange to have Tony Kanaan as your boss? Because I look at Tony as such a fun guy. Do you think do you think if you do something wrong, he's going to chew your butt, or how is that going to go?
I see it as Zach is my boss.
Okay.
As Chip is my boss right now. You know, I don't know. I haven't looked at the pecking order there right now. Maybe TK is my boss, but I'm totally fine with that. You know, TK likes to be the boss of many things, and you know, I think. You know, for a lot of us, you know, that transition for TK was one that we were like, oh, you know, that'll be interesting to see how it plays out, and he's done a fantastic job. So. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to say Zach's my boss for next year. Obviously, Chip's my boss right now.
You're joining friends at that team. TK as your not boss. Ryan Hunter-Ray obviously is on the team. You're great friends with Pato, and I know Pato is Kit, your son's favourite driver. Felix is a good mate of yours, and obviously a good mate of Pato's. Very good mate of Pato's. You and Felix, teammates, you know, throughout a certain point of your IndyCar careers. TK's talked about recreating the kind of bromance that he had when he was at Andretti and all of the good things that brought to him and that team of drivers. Where do you stand on the sort of mindset of everybody getting on makes the team better, or actually a bit of healthy competition and rivalry makes a team better?
I think it's always a bit of both. You know, I think if you can have the relationship of being close with your teammates to be really open, I think it really just moves everybody forward. You know, I think, you know, the clear times for me, probably, you know, Dan and I didn't start off extremely well. Like, we kind of really butted heads to start with and tried to make it as painful as it possibly was for each other. And then we kind of found a common ground, and then we became best friends. You know, it was kind of just how it played out. TK, we were immediately, you know, close and you know, worked really open book. Daria was the same. You know, I think I didn't really, you know, the Felix thing happened kind of quick. I didn't really see that one coming.
This can be a deadly disease. Every moment matters when it comes to your heart valve.
You can't presume that you know what's going on inside your body. Once a year, I have an annual pit stop. I may not win the race. I just don't want to drop out.
Get checked out. Make sure that everything's working the way it should be.
Don't wait. Talk to your doctor about getting screened for heart valve failure.
Tools from Harbor Freight are doing hard work in real garages across America. Like at Nico's Automotive Shop in Des Plaines, Illinois, where his Daytona Jack does all the heavy lifting. His Hercules impact wrench makes quick work of tough jobs. And his Icon torque wrench keeps every bolt honest. Nico demands affordable tools that don't quit, because he never quits until the job's done. Harbor Freight, built for tool people.
Like me.
Can AI be trusted?
Who's gonna hit the brakes if we need to?
If we all had a voice in it, then I feel like it would be better. Can AI help me be a better teacher, a better mom?
Maybe it'll cure some great things, you know?
Will it create a group of people that ask more questions?
Well, I'm Gary, and I work for Java House.
Gary? Gary's my guy. He delivered our Java House coffee pods and just sort of never left. Oh, hey, Gary. Sorry to interrupt. Thanks, man.
Pod delivery!
Since adding Java House, productivity is through the roof. People don't want to go home, which is why I never do.
Java House, anyone? It's gonna help you guys change these tires a little bit faster, I have a feeling. Yeah, here you go.
Save 20% on Java House when you order on Amazon. Amazingly smooth.
With Endurance, you'll never pay out of pocket for car repairs again.
Wait,
Really?
I've had 2 claims for over $4,300.
But does Endurance raise your rate the more claims you file?
No. Your rate stays the same no matter how many claims you file.
Right now, you can get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value free, all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go online or call 1-800-349-6369 for a free quote.
Just when you thought ceramic couldn't get more simple, just spray onto a clean, wet surface and rinse off to spread the water-activated protection. Get a head-turning shine with Mother's California Gold Ceramic Spray and Rinse. Ceramic made simple. Give it that mother's love.
I'm gonna level with you folks. It's looked better. Since last we were with you, the dry track has been utterly sodden in a sudden and almighty deluge. The current scene here in Nashville. And what this means is that we will not now be racing tonight. We are so sorry. We are so grateful for all of you for sticking with us for as long as you have. We will go racing
Oh my God, look at that. They have canceled the race. It has been raining here like a motherfucker. Oh.
Such a phenomenal job over the last 39 days. Next, though, on Fox, Nation's Dumbest, except on the West Coast, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Welcome to Nation's Dumbest. Tardiness will not be tolerated.
Oh my God, I'm in school.
I hope I'm amazed as much as all of you are. Okay, well, I guess we could show a little bit of the Nation's Dumbest first, but I'm working on this album. I really want to get this posted.
Nation's Dumbest, new series, next on Fox.
This is Indycar. There's nothing like it. Cars flashing past impossible things. Air to the chest, ground shaking. Drivers up close, music in the air. Crowds on their feet. An energy that can't be stopped. This is IndyCar. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth. Experience it for yourself.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've battled against insurance company giants, and we've won a lot. Injured, we became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. There's only one, Morgan & Morgan.
Best sandwich ever. Really? The best? Cheers.
It needs to be hot pink,
So, this is the one.
With the TD Cash credit card, you choose where you earn unlimited 3% cash back, like on dining out. It's how we're making banking more human.
My mom worked 2 jobs in Brooklyn, and we still lived paycheck to paycheck. Florida is where I built something from nothing, raised a family, and lived the Florida dream. But today, rising costs risk everything. That's why I'll cut property taxes, reduce insurance rates, and make life more affordable. I'm Byron Donalds. Together, we'll keep Florida the place where dreams come true. Sponsored by Friends of Byron Donalds PAC.
I'm not him. Sorry, guys. I'm not him. I'm not Jack. Just one more. One more before you go. One more.
Because a car that doesn't make you feel recognized is a car that stops short of amazing.
Get special offers on select Lexus RX models.
This place is huge. City Furniture is now City Home. Now offering appliances, TVs and electronics, closets, fitness, and more. And now at City Home's anniversary sale, we're thanking you with once-a-year savings on bestsellers, plus 60 months special financing. Celebrating City Furniture is now City Home, your first stop for all things home.
Okay, so let's go ahead and stop that. Let's go ahead and remove the audio from this. Let's see how this came out so far. am I able to?
And your family.
The big picture's pretty clear. Major hurricane. For coverage during hurricane season, count on the experience of
let's do
13
this.
meteorologists and the power of Sky Tower.
No, I need. I only have a small display so far.
Every scar you have.
I want a large display one. Okay, one sec. Let's do this. Do this. Do this.
Far to break down because difficult is where legends are made. Question 1. What color is the stop sign?
I mean, this world's dumbest thing. They're asking people what color a stop sign is, and they can't
players as meatheads, but I'm not dumb.
I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
Everybody wrong.
Some people say that they know me for forgetting the word cucumber. They think of me as stupid. I want to prove to myself that I'm not.
Social media careers can be perceived as dumb. I have a lot more to me that meets the eye.
Over the next 10 weeks, they will face questions everyone should be able to answer. How many letters are there in the word alphabet?
24?
And compete in the simplest of challenges.
Oh my god, this is dangerous. Pick me up.
We're on ass to ass here. Only the smartest celebrity will graduate and go home. You are not the nation's dumbest. Until finally, only one celebrity remains. Who's the dumbest one in our family? Tiger! And wins the least coveted title in television. The nation's dumbest. What part of a cow produces milk?
Alright, there we go.
With a question mark as well.
Yeah, best I got.
I'm Jack Whitehall. Welcome to the game show. The production insisted you cover up with makeup?
Yeah, it's right on our forehead.
Don't rub it.
Yeah.
It's above.
That was really the one I wanted to do. It does work better.
In this logic test, they have to hold both ends of our homecoming sash at the same time.
This is what I was talking about.
The problem is, the ends are too far apart for one person to grab. They can, however, use any of the props that we have provided. Bullhorn, a baseball mitt, a foam finger, a basketball, a bubble wand, and a removed from his body. You've got 3 minutes and a table full of props. Your time starts now. I got the wall to death. I have to hit it again. It's not swinging. You got this. Okay. Please don't destroy the set. It's not operating like I thought it would. Well, I'm like taking the basketball or whatever, I'm trying to hit it to make it swing. Come on. But when I hit it, it just wouldn't move. Do you think explore a different strategy? No. 5 seconds left. Oh, this close. I guys. It was a stunning effort. Okay. I'm going to send you through to school.
I thought I knew how to do that. Couldn't even pull it off. Yes, I'm dumb about quite a few things, but I guess I have common knowledge of the streets. But this is a nerd game. Well, I already got an F, so I might as well sit in the back of the room.
Anything that has to do with academics.
Right.
Is scary.
Just all academia.
All of them. I don't understand. Okay.
You've been let go to go and get items from the table. That's a beautiful arrangement.
Can I try without this props, maybe? Okay, let's see.
You're an actor that doesn't like props.
I made film and television actor. Did a lot of comedies and A's, National Cruise Vacation, 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, Weird Science. I got a career.
Talk me through your thinking.
I had no idea. And that was over. Correct. I'm done. Thanks, boss.
Not with the forehead. Please don't come off that makeup. This is terrible. The foam finger. Whilst you've got that, Doc, you wouldn't give my prostate a quick check. It might not penetrate, sorry. What's the thinking here? Matt, the time starts now.
People think of football players as the dumb jock, but I know a lot of football guys or athletes that are brilliantly smart. I'm gonna have to try and swing something. I think I have that ability, I just haven't, it hasn't been put to test in a while.
Is that good? Dude, you absolutely crushed it. Let's go. Let's go. You can go into the classroom, alright? Yeah, let's go. Okay, go blows.
It's a good start for me because we all want to get off this thing in episode 1, you know? I mean, that's the whole goal.
As Matt figured out, the solution is to attach a heavy object like the baseball glove to one end of the sash to make a pendulum. Then you can give it a gentle swing to bring the sash back towards you while holding the other end. Physics. Someone with smarts should easily figure this out.
It's Andrew Yang.
It is.
Hello.
This is my first reality TV show unless you count the presidential debates. Then this is my second. You might know me from my presidential run in 2020. I have an economics and political science degree from Brown University. I got a 99th percentile on the LSAT and the GMAT. I have written 4 books, including a New York Times bestseller. I've done some things that I'm really proud of.
What on earth are you doing there?
My wife asked me the same thing. I think one of the problems we have in our politics today is that people are afraid to look dumb or silly or laugh at themselves. I do think having a sense of humor is an important thing for someone in any walk of life. But if I win the title of Nation's Dumbest, I think my career will be over.
You have 2 minutes remaining.
I just need to get the other one in a similar situation and then I'd be able to grab. I feel like I should be able to beat this challenge when we try and make this secure. I consider myself good at solving problems, and honestly, I did not bring that many outfits. Alright, you stay there, my friend, because I'm not trying to be here for very long.
Let's reach with an arm, grab with a leg. Okay, a little bit of length here.
You got 15 seconds left.
Come on. Yes, yeah, she got it with 10 seconds to go. Oh no. And
10 seconds.
Swing it. Oh no. Swing. No one wants to come up empty on national TV. I should have nailed that puzzle.
How'd you do?
I was right there, and I'm a little bit sad. It's very irksome.
Wow. In record time.
Is it?
That was it.
That was it?
It's as simple as that.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Matt, nice to meet you.
Matt?
Yeah.
Jojo? I know exactly who this is. As soon as he started talking, I'm like, what's the police?
I was panicking at first. I was like, oh shit, what do I do?
I'm a serious fan, but I've watched that movie at least 10 times. Yeah, I'm pretty good with a bow staff.
Congrats, you won.
They said record time.
Yeah.
That's what they said, but they said that to all of you, right?
Seeing that other people succeeded where I didn't is not the best feeling.
Chase, please be careful. We do not want to rip those pants. They look very expensive. Please don't hurt yourself.
Oh.
I feel like you're close here. Yes?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Careful, Edward.
Dr. Drew. 5 seconds left. And now you just have to grab the...
Nope, he's good.
If only you'd worn slightly higher heels.
If only I'd known this before.
Oh.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
Here we go.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Just finger it.
It's... Wait. No. Oh my god.
I think for most of my career I've been underestimated.
Oh my god.
People would probably assume that I would actually win a show like this.
Wow, there's a lot of really smart people.
So that part's really scary for me. I'm definitely super nervous about that.
There he
I was
is.
just humiliated in front of
No.
everybody.
So you flunk? I flunk.
I flunked out there too. Where do you go to college?
What's brown?
Brown. Graduate school. Love you. This will be interesting.
Okay, one more celebrity to go. Or how the king.
Hello. I'm Elle King, and I'm a singer. I would say people know me from my song X's and O's. I've been nominated 4 times at Grammys. This goes to a trophy. But I hope I don't win this one. My relationship with education was filled with turmoil. I've got very bad ADHD, but I also have Tourette's. And I had to repeat kindergarten, and I got kicked out of the next school. I was just a troublemaker. I think deep down, I want to prove to myself that I am more intelligent than I give myself credit for. This is terrible. Why did I come on this show?
I think you've got this. Yeah, you kick that bubble once.
Come on.
You show it who's boss. Yeah! You're the boss! Ow! High five! You let go, unfortunately, you found this. No, I'm joking. You did very well. Walk into the classroom with your head held high. Try not to blind anyone with your pigtails.
Thank you.
You absolutely nailed that. And that's it for the season's first logic test. Here's how the scoring works. Just like in elementary school, it's all about winning gold stars.
Wait.
Because each star will give them an extra life. And the last
I
person
need a tater
standing
tot there.
will get to leave.
Who lost?
I lost.
Who did not get the
Tater
challenge?
tot.
So we got 1, 2. I would have said all the losers sit in the back, but I don't think we have enough chairs. My dad's a scientist. My mom has a master's in statistics. If I got anything less than an A, then in that I screwed up. There'd be a lot of egg on my face if I end up crashing and burning.
Still to come. The games get more ridiculous. The stakes get higher. Oh my god. And the celebrities begin to crack.
I'm not gonna make it.
groceries delivered free today.
You guys seeing what I'm seeing?
Corn makes me sneeze. Good thing pharmacy delivery is free too. Who knew?
Mom knew.
With Walmart Plus, I can handle the rest. It's worth it.
What a beautiful animal. I see you, Carl.
Chef Lena is taking the Tide Booster test.
Oh, yeah, I need it.
Try Tide. It's boosted. The other stuff can't match Tide's boosted clean. Test passed.
Smells like clean.
It's cleaner, whiter, brighter, and fresher. It's got to be Tide.
Boosted.
The closest thing to fresh air in this office is your boss's screensaver. But what if you just booked that lake house? Go on, it's easy. Booking.com. Booking.com. Yeah.
This summer, let flavor ring with a grilled ranch burger seasoned with Hidden Valley Ranch. It's bold, zesty, and unforgettable cookout flavor done right. Hidden Valley Ranch, the flavor of America.
Bubble your insurance with Liberty and save hundreds.
Cut. It's bundle your insurance with Liberty Mutual and save hundreds.
These are fun.
I know they are, but let's focus. Let's go again.
Oh, leave my hair. Stubble and shave.
It's not it.
Bumble and save.
Bundle with an N.
Crumble and save.
Who gave them crackers?
Cuddle and wave.
You know, that's close enough.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You think I texted too soon? Yeah, you're right. I texted too soon. And with an emoji.
Fresh Pet. Healthy meat and veggies, no preservatives.
I can't let you read it.
It's better food for your better half.
Want to get more done with one sheet? Grab Bounty. While ordinary brands can't hold up, one sheet of Bounty keeps working even when wet. Can your paper towel do all that? Bounty, the quicker picker up.
How did it go?
Nation's dumbest class of 2026. Jojo and Chase, who were homeschooled, and Matt, who played football at college. This is called a classroom. Okay?
Every week after the logic test, we'll be in the classroom for your second chance to earn a star. And today we want to know what you remember from elementary school.
We're going to have our first quiz of Nation's dumbest.
Yeah, we are. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
One question each in a random school subject. Answer correctly to win a star. Get it wrong and you lose a star. First victim,
Chase.
Charles Darwin is credited with being the father of what theory? Charles Darwin.
Chase, look at the wall.
Have a stab. Charles Darwin is the father of...
Let's go with gravity.
The answer?
Evolution.
Evolution.
Survival of the fittest.
He came up with the evolution theory. What? When did you learn this? Do you know anything about this?
Carmen Electra.
Taking tests are really hard for me. If I don't know the answer, I freeze.
What color do you get by mixing red and blue paint?
Purple.
Correct. Now, what is the name of the process by which
natural forces like water, wind, or ice wear away.
Eroding.
Yes! Yeah! Nice!
I've done a lot of that to my brain, so I know what it is. Yeah. I've lived my life like in the public eye. I definitely may not have handled every situation with the utmost of grace. Being drunk on the Opry and messing up like that and having the curtain dropped on me, that was the biggest wake-up call. Even though
branches of the U.S. government are the executive, the legislative, and what?
Judicial.
Judicial. Correct. Andrew.
Working from a deficit is not where you want to be, but these questions are feeling pretty straightforward.
What exercise combines a squat, plank, push-up, and jump in one fluid movement?
Squat thrust.
Is incorrect. It is a burpee.
0 for 2, not the way I want to start this thing.
After our first classroom test, everyone who got their question correct.
Okay, it's within like a minute. It's 59 seconds. Perfect. So it'll upload to every social media and be fine. But I want it to go for for YouTube especially.
Reserved for business. We decided to shoot this latest campaign in a kitchen. We thought it was the perfect metaphor.
I like that. That came out good. That came out good. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and post this. I'm gonna post it on YouTube. That way I at least did something today. I am going to get all of the tracks situated and uploaded on SoundCloud as well, and then hopefully posted and distributed, and they should be coming out day by day through the different platforms. So I don't know when Spotify will get it. I don't know when Apple Music will get it. It says it could take up to a week for all of them to get it. So it says it recommends you schedule it a week out, and then they all drop at the same time. I haven't decided if I'm going to drop them all on July 30th. I think I'm going to just do this. I like this, where it says coming soon, end of July. So that makes people kind of, it's ambiguous. And I can, as they release, I can post, hey, it just dropped on Spotify. Hey, it just dropped on this. Hey, it just dropped on that. Then it's not just dropped on all platforms. Then I get multiple posts, multiple things. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's so good. We out here, fam. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for being part of this. I am excited to be able to release this very soon to everyone. And, yeah. We out here. Thank you all for joining. Until next time, I guess we'll join the race when it happens. It says tomorrow. I hope it will. I think they have to wait a week. I don't know how that works. I gotta figure out how that works. Okay, well, other than that, much love. I had a great time with everyone. We were productive and got the music stuff at least further, because order of operations, I need to have a release promo before I end up even making the album released. So I kind of was trying to jump the gun and release it all July 17th. That's why it says coming July 17th on the corner of it. But I changed it, so now it's the end of July. And I think I like it doing that, where it comes out one by one. So we'll see how it goes. Much love. Thank you all for joining me. Until next time, like, follow, subscribe. We out here, fam. We big out here. Super glad that the stream is working nice and simply, and I have no hiccups, and am able to run my shows, my things, my stuff, and be able to edit videos and stuff and things. This is how it should be. This is how it'll be when I get back to the home studio with the new 2080 as well. So I'm really stoked. Thank you all. Remember, we out here. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and scan those QR codes. Put me on fun here, YouTube. Go ahead and see me on anything else. And we out here. Oh, we're gonna add that one to the restream block list. Yep, we're blocking that one. Block. Oh, okay. Well, peace out. Much love. Thank you forward for joining. Until next time, live your bucket list life. Cheers.